The BMW X5 is one of the most popular luxury SUVs in Australia. But BMW's M division takes that car a step further, adding power, poise and panache in a bid to turn a family SUV into an athlete. Let's check out the most powerful SUV in Australia. Around town, the X5M is a real pussycat. You can drive it just like any other car. But then what's great about it is that you can take it to a racetrack or to your favourite hilly road and it'll do this. This is the most powerful SUV you can buy, more grunt even than the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S. It is an absolute weapon. 0 to 100 k's comes up in 4.2 seconds, which makes it the second quickest SUV on sale, 4.1 for the Porsche, but it's 100 grand cheaper. That's pretty good. Priced from around $186,000, the X5M is powered by a 4.4 litre V8 based on a similar unit in BMW's M5 sedan. The twin turbocharged unit is the most powerful motor currently made by BMW, and it's certainly impressive on the road. Now this thing produces tons of torque, 750 Newton meters from just 2000 RPM, which means that you've got performance anytime you want it. I mean, we're just rolling along here in 5th gear, and you can slow down for a corner, that's fine. And then on the exit of the corner, you just roll onto the throttle and keep it in 5th, and the thing just has so much torque that you can just surf out of there, no problems at all. It's an absolute weapon of a motor, one that works really well with BMW's four-wheel drive system, which pushes 70% of power to the rear wheels under average conditions, but it's able to move that back and forward as slip is detected, basically to keep you going where you want to be going. One of the great things about BMW M cars is that they're not at all prescriptive. They allow you as a driver to decide how the car behaves. Essentially, you've got a series of buttons down here by the gear selector where you can choose from different settings for the steering, different settings for the throttle, for the transmission, and for the suspension. What's great about that system is that those settings aren't all interlinked. So it doesn't have a sports button where you press it and then all of a sudden the car goes into full angry mode. Instead, it's something that allows you to tailor it to your own needs. So if you want to have, full power and the angriest suspension possible, but have really light steering, that's something you can do. In its most aggressive mode, this transmission is just awesome. When I came to this launch wondering what the purpose of such a car was, I understand luxury SUVs and that people want to have something that's comfortable and has a great driving position, a bit of practicality, but whether that should be performance cars as well, wasn't really sold. But spending a couple of hours in this thing really can change your mind. It's not just a family car, it's a dead set muscle car. It's an oversized hot hatch. It drives like a giant WRX or Golf R. The wagon-shaped X5M has a coupe-like cousin in the mechanically identical X6 M. Priced around $9,000 higher than its sibling, the X6 M is also a little bit sportier on the road. So today we've driven the X5M and the X6 M. Now there are a couple of differences between the cars. Chiefly it's the silhouette. The X6 M has that coupe-like roofline that makes it a little bit more stylish to some eyes, though personally I do prefer the X5 and its Tonka truck butch looks. Those looks translate to a little bit less weight for the X6 and a lower centre of gravity, which means it does feel just a little bit more sporty on the road, but you do pay a price of having less headroom for rear occupants. It is pretty tight in the back there. BMW M has been performing some incredible transformations for a very long time, making some really special cars out of cars that were just pretty ordinary luxury cars to begin with. I have to say, this generation of X5M fits that bill. This is a car that began life as just a luxury SUV, something that's a pretty competent all-rounder, but not a particularly sporty car to drive. And then, with a huge amount of power, massive tyres, big brakes, all that sort of thing, it has all the right ingredients, but they've also finessed it so that this thing is incredibly rewarding to drive. And we've thrown it at some amazing roads down here in Tassie, and it has just come up shining. It's an incredibly impressive car, this, and I think BMW has achieved what they've set out to do. The BMW X5M and X6M are on sale now.